So finally someone has decided to come up with a top, or loads of different ones you can see around here, of fantastic outdoor that you can wear, not only of course, you know, Monday to Friday, but more importantly, I think anyway, when you go to the game. You can't show your team's colours off, but you can now with, of course, jackets like this. Please put your hands together and go crazy for one of my all-time heroes. It's Bryan Robson!
Hi everybody.
How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good at the moment, but I'm melting in this coat.
They're that good.
It really does work. If you want to keep warm, these are the coats to wear.
We were downstairs, Brian went, yeah, I'll have that, it's nice and light. And I was like, it's nice and light, but it's extremely warm, so beware. Look at you, are perspiring, aren't you? Okay, listen, all we're going to do is a little chat for about 5 hours and then we're done, okay?
That's okay. I mean, remember, I'm from the northeast. I wish I used to own one of these when I was up in Newcastle.
What was the hardest game with regards to opponents and players that you came up against? What was the most difficult game you had in your career?
Liverpool was always a tough game because in the 70s and the early 80s, they had a terrific team. You know, people like Kenny Dalglish, Souness, Hansen and Lawrenson at the back. That was always a real tough game to play in, but there were always great games to play in.
Do you remember playing in certain games where the weather conditions were just appalling?
The winters seemed to be worse than what they were sort of nowadays. But it wasn't just that, it's the way they sort of treated the pitch. I mean, nowadays all they do is just get some sand and cover the pitch when it snowed or when it rained. And by the time you got to January, February, it was like playing on a beach, and that was most places that you went to.
Right, let's talk about your career. You moved to United in '91. It was a British transfer record of £1.5 million. Ron Atkinson signed you. You, of course, played under him at West Brom. Did you feel as though you maybe had a little bit too much pressure on your shoulders because of the price tag or not?
No, it wasn't really the price tag the way it turned out. It was more the hairdo where I got loads of stick for the perm.
Was it an easy decision to sign for United? What made your mind up? Was it playing under Big Ron again, or was it going to the biggest club in the world?
Oh no, it's going to one of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's about winning things. You know, your career can't just be about money and doing that sort of thing. It's about, yeah, you want to make money for your family, but you actually want to win things. And at West Brom, they just sold a couple of the real good players who I thought were the real good players. So when United came in, I thought, yeah, this is my chance of going to a club who really are ambitious and want to win.
Can you put into words what it's like walking up the steps at the old Wembley?
In them days, it's like it was 100,000 at Wembley, and so then the fans used to stand still, and so the atmosphere was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. And it wasn't too long after that cup win that, of course, Ron Atkinson got the sack and someone by the name of Sir Alex Ferguson, I think it is, came in. Did you instantly realise something was going to change for the good, and just how good it would change?
Yeah, to be fair to Sir Alex, you know, when he came in, the first thing he said to us, look, everybody has an even chance, you've got to prove yourself to me, but what I want you to do, I want you to just go out and enjoy it, but win. All the success from then on came from his knowledge of football. He was brilliant at everything, you know, man management, the preparation, the discipline throughout the club. He just had this great scouting ability, and that's why he built so many first-class teams.
Who's the best player, good question, you've ever played with?
The one for me was Paul Gascoigne. Gaza from 1990 to 96, I think, was bordering on being the best player in the world, challenging Maradona.
Who's the most difficult player you've ever played against, or the best player you've ever played against?
I've got to say Maradona. Maradona was a fantastic player.
Who's better, Maradona or Messi?
I think probably Maradona, because in Maradona's days, players could still kick you. You know, and so you had to be brave because you knew you weren't going to get too much protection from the referees. Messi and Ronaldo in today's game, they're fantastic players, both players, but they do get that little bit of protection from the referees and obviously the rules. Maradona, in them days, you could just go right through the back of them and you'd get booked, and that would be it.
You wouldn't do that, though, of course, would you?
No, I'd never kick anybody.
No, of course. A round of applause for one of the game's greatest ever players, Bryan Robson.